Now, our special guest today is best known for her role as evil witch Morgana in the hit BBC show Merlin. She's now taken on a certain Count Dracula in a brand new drama series on Sky Living about blood-sucking vampires. Please welcome to Saturday Kitchen the fabulous Katie McGrath. Good to have you on the show, Katie. Now, we were having a heated discussion slightly earlier about whether or not Dracula's Yorkshire or Irish.
Yeah, we're going to actually get into a fight over this. You know, you don't mess with an Irish
I wasn't going to say that, really.
No,
but,
I would, definitely.
So, tell us about Dracula, then, and the new series that you're doing as well.
Well, we're doing... The series is for Sky Living, and it's on 9 o'clock on a Thursday. And what's different about our version of Dracula is we go back to the book, and it's using sort of the ingredients of the original Bram Stoker, the wonderful Irishman that he is, that wrote, and using that as our basis for our series.
That was a little plug there for Ireland. But there is Yorkshire in the book, then, really?
Yes, there's Whitby. He does land at Whitby, Dracula, which apparently makes him a Yorkshireman.
Yeah, see, Rennie, I don't know whether you know this, but Yorkshire, a couple of weeks ago, was voted #3 in the world of places to visit.
Yeah.
Wow.
Really?
Sure.
Amazing.
Yeah, it was.
Fantastic.
It really was.
Dracula's still not a Yorkshireman, then.
Yeah, well, that's what Anyway, he's supposed to have ended up in Whitby or gone on holiday to Whitby or whatever he does in Whitby. But anyway, the new series is currently out now as well.
It is.
And, of course, we've seen you in Merlin. I mean, all these sort of... You get amazing characters.
I do. I'm very lucky. I've been very blessed the last few years. But this one is quite a different character.
Right.
You know, she's sort of... I play Lucy Westerner, who's sort of a socialite and a stroppy blonde and sort of quite far and different from Merlin, which is nice.
Yeah, but also really strong characters. That's the key.
And great
Do you like
humour.
that role?
Love it.
But you also like the bad girls as well. You like to play the baddies.
There's just something about my face that I look like a bad girl, I must think.
There's a fight brewing up, you see. There you go. Now, of course, at the end of today's programme, I'll either cook food heaven or food hell. It'll be something based on your favourite ingredient food heaven or your nightmare ingredient food hell. It's up to our chefs and some of our viewers to decide which one you're going to get. So, food heaven, what would it be?
I'm like I said, I'm a bit of a carnivore, so a bit of beef. I'm a proper Irish girl, so I'd love that.
Beef
so please,
sounds good.
Please.
Beef sounds good. It could be beef, yeah, it could be beef for that. And what about the dreaded food hell?
I'm not a fan of parsley. I think I've had it done badly too many times, so yeah, please don't choose that, please.
Well, we've got some pretty serious commie chefs in the
Please,
kitchen to give me a hand
don't.
later on in the show. So there you go, it's either beef or parsley for food heaven. I'm going to make a classic, a real family favourite for this one, a beef stew and dumplings. How's that sound? Nice and simple. The beef is you should be facing food heaven or food hell. So start thinking. Now, you hungry?
I actually am.
Breakfast curry? How does that sound?
Absolutely, sounds amazing.
That, cooked by this person over here who's cooking it and kicking off with something brilliant. It sits on the side there.
Yeah, and there's extra chilli here if anyone wants some.
Yes.
Chilli? Oh, chilli over the top, right?
You get a little sprinkle.
Right.
There you go,
Got to dive into that one. Nice and quick, nice and simple, full of flavour as well.
look
You
at
can
that.
smell the
Yeah, it's
flavour in there.
It's so beautiful.
Like you say, you cook that once you made the paste, you cook the sauce, and you cook that for about 20 minutes.
Yes.
And then finish it off there.
Yeah, it develops into this lovely deep curry broth that's rich.
And you can put chicken, all manner.
Yeah, chicken or, you know, pumpkin or squash that you could roast
Nice
and
and
then
fresh.
put it into the curry.
Yeah.
You can handle the spiciness of that?
Gentle.
Yeah.
It's gentle.
It's really nice.
Good.
Yeah.
Happy with that?
Oh, it's beautiful.
Good, actually.
There you go. Right, we need some wine. Fantastic. We've had this before on the show as well. It's a great wine to go with spicy food like this.
It's lovely. It's, you know, not very dry, but just enough and really crisp.
Yeah, it really is
Yeah,
the perfect
really
combination for something like this.
It's a great combination.
With a coconut in there
Very
as well.
zesty, limey, beautiful.
Happy
Love
with that?
Yeah.
Great wine match?
Super.
And not too spicy for you?
Not at all.
Perfect for me.
There you go. Later on this morning, Rennie will be cooking for us. I think we know what we're doing, don't we?
It seems like it.
Seems
We
like
just
it.
got told that the pork is here.
The pork is here.
So I will actually be cooking a sandwich with pork, whereas I took the bread away, and the bread will be the pork skin.
That's what it's
So
going to
then
be.
Come on.
You're burning the hair?
Yeah,
Bird's hair.
burning the hair.
No, it's amazing. I've never
It's
done
important to burn it, otherwise, you know, the hair, especially in the roast chicken, it comes in your mouth, doesn't taste nice.
that. I can't imagine that does, actually.
It's always near the leg. Burn the hair.
OK. It smells really nice as well, doesn't it?
It smells nice. Burning hair.
Very specific.
Curry for breakfast is, you know...
You know, I'm not the
have I
world's
lost
biggest
my
fan of spicy food, so this morning has been very interesting. But the prawns were amazing, so I'm hoping that this is going to follow on quite well.
Yeah.
I thought you said Yorkshire this morning.
Did I? I might have done. Might have made that bit up.
At this point, he's just claiming everything for Yorkshire, so I
that's
just
my
accept
great
that.
Claiming everything.
You did know Vindaloo's from Yorkshire, you know?
Sweet corn of the chickens. It looks good. What does it taste like? Do you want to bring over the gravy?
I will, chef.
You bring over the gravy. You get to try this one as well, so I don't know where you start with that one, but dive in. Tell us what you think of that one. But
Guys, if
just
you
pour
want
the
to
gravy
yes,
over the
please,
top.
a little bit of gravy on top.
Just pour the gravy over the top. Which is that?
Oh, it smells amazing.
Thank you. So you put the butter in there just to finish off the sauce.
Absolutely. Beurre Monte is the word. So
Yeah.
just to make sure the sauce is rounded out.
I mean, the sweet corn's so fantastic. I mean, it's so quick.
They're extra sweet corn, so you have to just balance it with a little bit of salt, lime juice, sugar. Works really well. Works the wonder.
Happy with that?
It's a really good winter dish. It's really warming.
Yeah,
obviously,
warming,
because
but
it's
when you think of vindaloo, you think hot and fiery and really hot. And that's not, not that hot.
No, it's just all the flavors of spices are there. But after making the sauce, you have taken away all the heat as well. So you reduce the sauce just
Happy
to
with
get
that?
the essential.
Beautifully seasoned.
Everybody's
Lovely.
happy? Right, both dishes are packed full of flavour. I mean, the wine's perfect combination, I think. Great combination. You're diving into the carrots. The carrots are your favourite.
Oh yeah, to me it could be the star of the dish if you ask me.
Wow. So it
pile
takes
of
away
that.
from chicken.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Saves you a fortune. Just have
It's actually amazing. You can
This
actually
is why
make
he's the number one
you
in
can
the world,
actually
because he
make
doesn't tell you.
yeast extract that's spectacular, like spectacular. And we have it.
Yes.
How long does it take between the idea of a recipe to its sort of finish for you to come up with?
Well, that was my motivation for writing that book, to understand it so that we could maybe speed up the process.
Yeah.
But, I mean, the way that I've experienced creativity, it is your ability to take your past and use your intuition and bring it into the now. And when you do that well, that's when something new happens.
And we get to try this one. I don't know how we're going to eat this together, but you want to serve this with a few pickles, so have a seat over there.
Thank you.
We've got some pickled cucumber there.
Yeah.
You want to serve with that? So
Dive in.
dive in, dive in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dive in.
Sharing is caring, all right?
Now, there's going to be people wanting this, want to know how to book in your restaurant. It opens only for a small window, really, the booking system.
Oh, God, that's
So people have genuinely got to wait there. I know until you were trying to get a table as well. Eventually got one.
Yeah, I did.
I mean-
I won't tell anyone how I got it.
It's if you are two people, it is like a little lottery. But if
Yeah.
you find some friends, it's much easier.
There you go. And if you can't get in, definitely buy the book, because it really
It
is
looks
fantastic.
like I can't be lovely heavenly dish.
Fantastic. What would you like to see at the end of the show? Heaven or hell?
Oh, definitely heaven.
Heaven it is. And June from Devon. Duck gizzards. June,
Duck
do you want to take?
gizzards.
Would you want to take this one, really? Both of you.
Yeah.
So, Ching, first of all, you first. What dish would you like to see? Heaven or hell?
Oh, heaven, please.
Heaven it is. Right, you know the rules by now. 3 a.m. Time to show to find out whether Kate will be facing food heaven or food hell. Food heaven would be beef, which I know you love, which turned it into a nice stew with onions. And we got some little dumplings there, a little bit of herbs, but not parsley, because that's your food hell. And we've got a little bit of thyme there with some carrots. Food hell, on the other hand, would be a big pile of parsley, which they put right next to you, to be honest. But literally, that could be transformed into a soup with peas. It was up to these guys to decide. It was 2-0 to everybody at home. They were all kind to you, because all of them chose beef. There you go. So we'll lose this out of the way.
Thank you, guys.
Ching, and that's if you can lose this out of the way. If you can pin with the carrots, please, and then
Yes,
we'll
please
top
take
and
the
tail them and
parsley
cut those
Oh,
in
yeah,
half.
that's a big bunch in front of you.
So the first thing I want to do is get this beef on the go. So we're going to take a little bit of the beef.
I feel very spoiled with all these people cooking right now.
Well, you're used to lots of people around you in big budget things because, I mentioned it at the top there, you've got this new sort of drama as well. Well, you can tell us about it, but fantastic drama.
Well, it's called Dracula, and it's on Sky Living on Thursdays at 9 o'clock. And it's sort of, I don't want to say a new take on an old story, but it does use Bram Stoker's original book as its basis, and then it sort of flips it on its head. It's a co-production with NBC in the States, so it's kind of the best of British drama with an American glitz and gloss over it. So if you ever see it, it looks like a film, and it's the production values.
The production value, it's made by the same people who make Downton Abbey, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
You can see the serious production
I
value.
know.
I'm sorry,
Unbelievable.
I'm so sorry.
I mean, it was a 7-month shoot in Budapest for 10 episodes, so... And we've got Jonathan Rhys-Meyers playing Dracula, which is the world's most perfect casting.
Yeah.
So, you know...
I mean, there's
It's
several
got
people.
live.
I mean, there's people
Irish
in
as
it.
well, just saying.
There's people in it who you worked before because you worked on the Tudors as well. People have seen that. So you can make the dumplings, please.
I worked crew on the Tudors, actually, was my first job for about 6 months, and I was obviously so awful at it that they decided that I'd be better as an actress, which is debatable, but, you know... But it was very weird to go and do Dracula, because I've known Johnny about 6 years now, 7 years, and for my first job in film to be lacing girls into corsets to being on screen next to him is a bit of a jump.
But what is that like, taking something that's... I mean, people know it so well, Dracula, and trying to make it you know, a new version of it? Because it's been done so many times.
But I
How
think-
do you make it different?
I think the fact that it's been done so many times shows sort of the enduring popularity of it and how good a story it is and how many twists you can take on it. And this is just another twist on it. The basis and the bones of the story is so good. I mean, probably because it's set in Yorkshire, I don't know. That's probably why it's so good. And
So
written
Yorkshire's
by...
coming back again, you see.
Yeah.
Really, but it is, Yorkshire has got, you know, there is a connection
Yeah.
between Dracula and Yorkshire.
Yes, there is. Whitby is in Yorkshire, so... But I think it being such a solid story and such a solid book, and there's so many different levels to it that you can pull bits out. And
Yeah.
our version is just another version of it, you know? And it's different, it's new, and it brings in modernity, and it's visually stunning, and the performances are amazing, and it's, you know, you can turn off and watch it and just indulge.
But that must be great as an actor to get the phone call and know that you've got, you know, there is big budgets involved in it as well.
Well, the creators behind it, the budget, and having the guys who did Downton and NBC in the States and the producers in the States, all of it together was kind of a no-brainer. You wanted to be involved. And
Yeah.
then when you hear Johnny's playing Dracula, you're like, yeah, OK, that's kind of... Anyone can do it.
Yeah.
You know, that man... Probably because he's Irish. And Vic Smurfit's Irish too. We're basically taking over.
Yeah.
So when is it aired now then? When are we the
You're 2 episodes in, so the
episodes
second
in.
episode was on last night on Sky Living, and then obviously the third is next Thursday at 9.
Fantastic.
Yeah, so stay
You've added
tuned.
too
You
much
can get it
water.
on demand.
You
if
can
you
get
missed
it.
it.
Yes, if you miss it, Sky Demand anyone, you can just keep on watching. I like to store a load of episodes up personally
Yeah.
and really
Watch
like
them in one go.
Watch them in one go.
For
with
Christmas.
A lot of chocolate or some beef stew. Yeah.
Sounds like
But I mean, people watching this will have seen you in other things as well. I mean,
Yeah.
WE, that was a great film that Madonna
Yes, I did. I
was
did
a
work.
huge part of.
Yeah, well, she directed it, and it
Yeah.
was with Andrea Riseborough, who is just astonishing. You know, so there was that, and then I did Merlin for 5 years for the BBC, which, like, I owe everything in my life to that show. I mean, I wouldn't be where I am if they hadn't given me that chance. So, you know, kind of amazing to be part of something like that because it became such a cultural thing, and it was in so many countries. So, you know, it's nice that I will always have that.
Your beef stew. So what's next after this? So we've seen you as a vampire. You like to play all the sort of characters with great storylines. What's next for you? Or are you just waiting for the next script to come
Well, no, I
along?
just finished a film which I did in Johannesburg. So it was an indie film called Leading Lady, which is modern, so it's different, which was nice after Dracula. And now we're just hoping we're going to do a second season. We all want to go back. It was the most amazing 7 months. It was completely difficult and hard, but I would do anything to work with those guys again. And we're sort of going to hear, I guess,
So has it
soon.
been left with a storyline that you can go back, or is it this going to be something?
Well, you're all just going to have to watch. You're
right.
going to have to stay tuned for the next 7 weeks and find out. You won't be disappointed, though, promise. Especially with my character.
Right, this is a little bit of reduction. In the carrots, I've got sugar, I've got salt, we've got water, of course, we've got butter, and then what I'm going to do is just glaze this carrot at the end, really.
So this is a very healthy meal.
Sorry?
This is a very healthy meal.
What, this bit, this bit, when I do this bit?
When you're throwing all that butter on the
Yeah,
carrot.
it's not really the healthy bit. But we've got nice little... See, we've got very small dumplings, you see.
Yeah.
You like it. You like
Ladylike.
You like
They're
it?
ladylike.
Bite
See,
size.
Ranny, you obviously clearly hasn't been to... You see, you clearly haven't been north of the border, because that is where I come from. What is this?
That's a bread roll.
No, it's
These
not.
are bite-sized. That's how we do them in
These are
Scandinavia.
elegant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
There has
cooking
been
this
a
for
war
myself,
going
Ranny. I've
on
not had
all
anything
between
for
Yorkshire and
Yeah.
everywhere else, just so that I know he's getting very touchy.
Yorkshire. Danish.
I'm just giving you a job to do. I've got it done already.
So unfair.
Yeah.
So good.
This is the dumpling.
Well, you lot are waffling away,
have to try it.
you know.
Big dumpling.
Right, there's your beef stew and dumplings.
This is so good.
Thank you.
I am so happy right now.
Oh.
I can't even tell you.
Right, we've got some wine to go with this. Right, there you go.
That's for me.
You got one each.
Fantastic. Thank you.
And Lars is
Yeah.
not mixed out as well, because just so you don't look like Tweedledum Tweedledee, I've got Lars one as well.
Bye. It's your
It's a private job. There you go, Lars. That's all for today at Saturday Kitchen Live. Thanks to Ching Hee Wan, Atul Kutcher and Rani Redzepi. Cheers to Katie
Cheers.
McGrath and a fabulous Susie Atkins for the wine. Remember, all of today's recipes